Potent Pondering back with another video. Come in, thumbs up this video and all of that. Yo, I hope y'all all doing well. Make sure that you support this channel. The Cash App is in the description. Yo, let's get straight into it. The first thing where I want to land at, let's land on the Young Dolph case. So the Young Dolph, with the Young Dolph case, Justin Johnson was found guilty today. You know that they said on Monday that this was going to be an open and closed case. So Justin was found guilty, also known as straight drop, found guilty on Thursday on all 3 accounts of murder of the Memphis rapper Young Dolph. First degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and he was also charged with a convicted felon in possession of a handgun. So listen, it was so crazy to me, right, that this boy, yo, he was entangled in this crime with 2 other people, but Cornelius, he got on the stand and pretty much snitched and put everything out there. He was like, listen, everybody knows everything anyway. Now Cornelius might get a plea deal, or being that he's already cooperated. Cornelius Engelvon. So this is just crazy. First and foremost, I'm happy that justice was served. Young Dolph's girlfriend or wife, don't get it twisted. I seen something on the blogs and it said that she came out and made a statement and she was so happy that, that the criminal justice system handled the situation with his taker-outers. So listen, I'm happy that justice was served because, I'm pretty sure the family, that drove them crazy. And it's unfortunate, again, how this shines light that the industry is wicked and evil, from the Diddies over to the rappers that's doing like the violent crimes and all of that. Yo, I want to know what's going to happen next with CMG, with Yo Gotti and all of them. What's going to happen next? Because listen, this is on their hands. And also Justin, he made this ignorant ass comment. I don't know if somebody from his family made the comment or what, and put it in his stories on Instagram, but he pretty much just said that, like, he'd rather do what he do than eat the cheese, pretty much, than be a rat. So, Cornelius pretty much told everything, like, that was him in the video, the photos or whatever, all that. He did that on the day. And Cornelius, it was his daughter's birthday that he, was involved in that whole situation. So this whole thing is just unfortunate. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. I wish healing and everything to his family, his friends, all of that. Yo Gotti, you better be careful because listen, I don't ever, like, when something like that happens in the streets, there's never an expiration date on when the get back is going to be gotten. So be careful. That's all I'm going to say, is just be careful. Listen, so get in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. I don't want to spend too much time on that. The next thing I want to talk about is Cardi B. So Cardi B, yesterday it all came out, her and Offset exploding online. Offset did some things that triggered her. The day before he said that, a bitch is going to be a bitch and a hoe is going to be a hoe. And Cardi came out, pretty much saying that she moved on. Right now, I keep saying this, but I think it's so real that people don't understand that this girl literally just had a baby. And it's like, everybody, a lot of y'all, even a lot of y'all who watch these videos, you're so simple-minded. You're so materialistic. You're so happy to see that girl out there at Fashion Week and all of that. And you don't realize that she's still in her postpartum phase. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Offset came out today. He made some tweets, but I'm trying to do everything off top because I hate being down on my phone. I like to be on, on camera and like focus. So Offset came out today and he was just saying like, yo, listen to your bros. He should have listened to Take. Or he said Take gave him advice and his bros gave him advice. So Takeoff, I think his brother or his family member, I think it was his brother, he came out and said Take ain't say that, whatever. First and foremost, he don't know if Takeoff said that or not. I mean, he was around the Migos and Cardi B. He probably did give some advice in regards to Cardi. You got to realize this. Offset and them, they from the South. Cardi B is from New York, so that's a wild mix already, right? This ain't no Jay-Z, Beyonce, New York meets Houston, none of that, right? Beyonce got more class than Cardi B. Cardi B is a hood hoochie. She's a club hoe. She's a stripper. All of that. She's all of that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people said this. I'm not the only creator who said this. Is that I don't even think that that Offset's mother really liked Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they really. I don't feel like it gelled, right? And I felt like when Cardi B was also going in on her rant and she was just saying pretty much how she's too good for him. She's too good for him and anything associated. That was a diss towards the family. She feel like she's too good for the family too. How you can't be like, what? Yo, that shit was so crazy to me. So yeah, so I just personally feel like this, right? When it comes to Cardi B and Offset, Again, this could be egg on the face for anybody. I know a lot of people was in my comments yesterday and they was like, "Oh, I think this is real." I think that it does have real elements to it, but you'll be surprised within after she wrote her album out like, "Oh, I got my," and you know how Cardi be like, "Oh, I got my M word back, me and him back together," and all of that. I just feel like you just got to watch this situation eyes open. You got to be focused on it because they will pull the wool over your eyes. Let me just tell you this, right? And before I transition over to the Nicki Minaj commentary, right? You just got to be, you have to realize this. Cardi B's stock value has dropped so much within the past 2 years, right? I tell you, it started during the Rumor single and the collaboration with Normani. Her impact just started to die. It really did. And she knows that. I've looked at a message that somebody sent me in my DM and I didn't see it until like this week, but they sent me a message that Cardi had posted in her broadcast channel. And she was saying something like, Barty gang, don't feel, don't take it too serious when I'm doing TikToks or whatever. I just want to get back out there and start doing videos like I did before. Like when Cardi B came her intro into the game when she was doing videos and got known for doing that. I've been told y'all that. See, I be on the dime. Like Cardi, she wants to do the things that she did before because she feels like that's going to make her as relevant as before. So this is why she's sharing these stupid ass TikToks and stuff like that because she wants to permeate the minds that she feels like it's going to translate into album sales. I'm telling you, she really feels that. So Cardi is low key panicking. She might make it look good with her fashions, high fashions out of Fashion Week smiling. Like, yo, I want to know I want to know the thought process of a woman, right? Now, I understand, Dominicans, their culture, they're very close, but how do you feel being across seas? Today, it's about to be Friday. She just gave birth 3 weeks ago, within the 2 minutes, right? It's like, Cardi, you didn't feel any type of way. You couldn't just be like, you know what? I'm gonna sit Fashion Week out this year. I just have my bundle of joy. No, because you know what? Her album must be really close and coming. She must be about to be making an announcement soon. Because I don't understand why it was so important for us to see you at Fashion Week. And it's like you could tell the girl's a little kooky in her mind because she all showing up. She's so happy for people to scream her name and all that, but you still healing. But maybe this is a part of her trying to get over Offset or the illusion that they not together or whatever. Man, listen. So, yo, get in the comments. Let me know what you think about Offset calling on Takeoff and then Takeoff, brother. He's talking about, listen, I want to say this before I move on, right? As it results to him bringing up Takeoff, I know some of y'all might disagree with this, but y'all remember like last week when Nicki brung up the situation with Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, R. Kelly, Aaliyah Foxy Brown, right? Now, Aaliyah fan pages, one of her fan pages that I follow, I've been following them for years. They got upset when Nicki brung up Aaliyah. I want to tell you this. I can kind of understand that because as a Nicki fan, if something happened to Nicki, I wouldn't want somebody to just bring her up out of the blue into a conversation where she's not here to defend herself. So Aaliyah, the fan page did apologize, for lashing out like that, right? But I feel like understanding stan culture, I'm a fan. Understanding the culture though of being a fan, I can understand why a person would not want you speaking on someone in their absence. I never forget being a little boy and I said something about my grandmother and I questioned my mother about it. And my mother was like, don't you ever, she shut me down. It wasn't even don't even bring it up again. She was like, don't you ever ask. And I don't know, I think I was just being silly, just asking a question whether if my grandmother was mean or I don't know what it was that I asked her, but it was inappropriate. And my mother told me, don't you ever disparage or say anything about my mother in her absence. And I was like, oh, so I kind of get it. So yeah, let me know what you think about this whole Offset Cardi B situation. We all feel like this is a publicity stunt. It's a stunt. She over there, she got I don't know, is she on a pill or something? She over there acting all, I'm going outside because it's hot. Listen, let's move on. Next thing I want to talk about is Nicki Minaj, right? So Nicki was on Station Head. I seen a little clip floating around on Twitter, and I found it to be really interesting because it kind of shed light on the situation with her and Cardi B. Just a little bit. I felt like Nicki let us in just a little bit as much as she wanted us to see, right? So what Nicki was getting at, and I feel like she was talking about Jay-Z and Roc Nation too. This also might go into the whole Jean, her manager who was associated with Doja Cat and all that too. Just follow me on this, right? Nicki said that, people, first and foremost, she said that her her documentary is still coming, but she said it was put out, and people who was associated with these major companies, they have also seen it too, and that they have copied stuff pretty much from her, from her strategy and all of that. So they've seen her documentary, even though we haven't seen it, the higher ups at these labels and stuff, right? So I found that to be really interesting. To me, that really that spoke volumes of like Jay-Z, Rock Nation. I don't know if that trickles down to Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, or whatever, right? But I found that to be interesting as she shared that. And Nicki made some references talking about, if you remember, I said something she said something happened during the Queen era, right? But another little Easter egg that she dropped during it, she said that she was having it. She said that she had the rights and the paperwork to a beat that she worked on the Queen album. And she said this wasn't even the artist who she had an issue with. She said that she had the paperwork done for a song, and I'm going to let you know what song I think, and I know that it is. I 100% feel that it's Hard White. You want to know why? Because Partisan Fontaine, he tried to like release like a little snippet of Hard White after saying he's trying to show that he had the beat first, right? And yes, I 100% believe that it was Hard White. And what I think happened is that when Nicki would not give the song up or give it back to them, and she's like, wait, I got paperwork or whatever, right? I feel like that's when the tables had turned with Atlantic Records, and they started to try to sabotage Nicki by any means necessary. Now, within that conversation, I felt like Nicki was trying to point out that she didn't necessarily think that it was Cardi. And this is why, like, sometimes I do entertain this thought, but being that Cardi has showed so many evil ways, I don't know, like, I can't really like free her of going along to tear Nicki down and to sabotage her as well. The reason why I said that is because Nicki was saying that she felt as though once she wouldn't give that song up or whatever, that these people who was behind the scenes was doing any and everything to sabotage her. Now listen, Hard White is a hard track. It's a B-side record. We love that. Hard White is one of my favorite tracks ever. It's one of my favorite tracks ever. But yeah, my memory of Hard White is that, remember when Nicki went on Zane Lowe on Apple Music, the guy was like, even Zane wanted to talk, even he wanted to talk about Hard White. Even he wanted to talk about Hard White. I'm sorry. And then remember, Nicki was like, I'm not addressing a leak. She was like, I'm not addressing a leak, and we ended up getting it on the album. But there was a little buzz about it because Partisan Fontaine said he tried to make it seem like he had it first or whatever. Listen, you know how it is with this production world. You could hear a beat. Listen, I get a lot of my beats from SoundClick. I could write a song and, put something out like the best me. I don't own that beat exclusively. Somebody else could buy it and buy the exclusive and put it out, and it'd be like my song. I had it first though. It's the way that the industry goes. So, I'm pretty sure Partisan probably heard it, but they didn't buy the beat. It wasn't like any deal sealed. But Nicki pretty much was saying more or less that these people were upset because she had that, and she owned the beat and she put the song out. And I guess it was some sort of talk whether, give the song to us or whatever. And Nicki said no. And she said ever since she said no, they pretty much been trying to sabotage her. And she said, you know what, she was like, I could understand like doing one thing or doing two things, like, but she said it was just been going on for years. So yeah, Nicki is in California tonight, Gag City, San Diego. I just thought that was really interesting that she dropped that. And a lot of people, I seen some people was mentioning they thought that it could have been Hard White too. But some people were saying, man, other songs like, it was Hard White. It was definitely Hard White. That was associated with Cardi. And I think Party was trying to get Cardi on that track. And it was Nicki's song. This is why it kind of connects with me. When Nicki said on Barbie Tings, when she was like, all they do is copy look, still music too. Yeah, I felt like that was because you have to realize Nicki always said that, what she tells us is only a fraction of what she could really say, right? And I think that that's what all of that was connected to. She wrote Chung Lee and Barbie Things, all together. That came out like, she did that like right before the album drop. So yeah, I think that was in relation, to Cardi. She wasn't dissing Cardi, but she was trying to say that it wasn't even the artist. It was the powers that be that was upset. So that's two things. It's the documentary that was, I guess when she let HBO see it or whatever powerhouse company see it, Jay-Z or whoever, they got a hold of it. Maybe Gene was the one what was this? Is his name Gene, the one who manages Doja Cat? He must have got hands on it or whatever, and they kind of like put it around the industry. Different people seen her documentary. She still said it's coming. It was that, and then she also mentioned that it was a song that was on the Queen album that she would not give the beat up. She said we already did the paperwork. I have the beat or whatever, and they wanted the song. And ever since she said no, it was the Sabotage. I think that was definitely hard white, based on what I told you about the Partisan Fontaine, that instrumental he played it, after or whatever. Yeah, it was definitely hard white. Listen, potent, pondering, never pandering. I'm about to get up out of here. I really just wanted to come and do a video and chit chat or whatever, right? It's the end of the month, so banging it out. I already met my goal for the end of the month anyway, so yeah. Listen, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Get in the comments, let me know what you think about Young Dolph's case. I'm happy that it's closed. I'm happy that the family feels like it's some sort of justice. We'll see what happens with Cornelius and Govan. I think that they're, being that Cornelius tried to, he cooperated basically. He's probably gonna get a plea deal. They said they don't know if he's gonna go to trial or is gonna get a plea deal. He's probably gonna get a plea deal just for being upfront or whatever. They both need to do life. They both took the money. You got $800 out of the $100,000 that you was reported to receive. They both need to be locked up. Lock them both up. Listen, let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about Offset trying to involve Takeoff in the situation, saying that Take gave him advice, and now Cardi is up. She out because it's hot. Whatever. Listen, and also let me know what you think about Nicki and the gem that she dropped. Go on Twitter and just kind of like look for it. You might be able to hear the audio, whatever. You know that I do straight talk. I don't play no videos or nothing like that. I try to think of a way to incorporate that, but I don't really want to do that. When I do my videos, it's straight talk. I don't want to add nothing to it at all. So you do the research. I'll come here to talk straight. You know what I'm saying? Potent, pondering, never pandering. Y'all be safe. I'm about to get in here and upload this video, and I'm gonna holla at y'all later. Peace.